friends, it's Sandy with Kat Scrappiness, and I am here today with this beautiful Christmas card that is created with just die cut pieces. I am so excited about the way this card turned out. It is simple, feels very classic, even though it didn't have or doesn't have the usual red and green Christmas colors. Follow along with me to see how I created the dimensional background to put these lovely poinsettias on. Let's get started. We're going to be using 3 different die sets from Kat Scrappiness. The first one I've got here is the Believe Sentiment craft die. I will be using this with a gold cardstock for the lettering and a bit of vellum for the shadow. I will also be using the small poinsettia craft die set to cut out a total of 4 poinsettias. I'm not going to be using the largest die in this set because I felt like that size would just overpower what I am trying to create. And finally, I'm going to be using the fine line flower craft dies. Now these aren't really for Christmas, but they are going to create a beautiful background that will just tie everything together. I'm going to start off with a piece of kind of a cream colored cardstock. I have got it cut at 5.5 by 4.25, but I will trim that down. Now I have used the fine line flowers and I have cut out some of the flowers. I didn't do the largest one, and I'm going to be using those placed on this background to create my background paper. Now, when I cut these out, I usually put a piece of double-sided adhesive on the back of my cardstock. I cut out my die cut, and then when I peel off that paper, it becomes a sticker. So I've popped out all of those little spots, and now I have kind of a sticker here. So I want to figure out where I want to put these. This one's already sticky, so... And I cut out 2 of the medium, 2 of the kind of small, and 1 of the extra small. So just trying to determine where I want these, keeping in mind where my poinsettias are going to go, because I don't need to do a whole lot. We'll put this one here, this one here. You can see I'm just going to peel off that back paper. I'll put this one here. I'll put this one down this way. So again, I'm going to peel off that paper. I'm going to go, I don't want that touching. Maybe about here, and it's okay if they hang off the sides, we'll just trim it. And then this piece, I think we'll put one or 2 close right here. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and trim these off. I like these giant scissors. At first I thought these are ridiculous. Now I love them. I use them all the time. It's funny how those things work, right? I click that. This, and this. All right. That stuff out of the way. All right. And I think I want to do a little bit of splatter on this just to give it a little bit more. All right, I have my spatter box and I'm gonna add some water to my watercolor here. And, mix it up. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Looks good like that. We'll just spatter it. Not a lot, just a little bit on our cardstock. All right. We're going to set that aside and let that dry for a second. I have 3 of the small poinsettias already finished, so I'm going to show you how I created those on the medium one, which is actually going to be the largest one for my card. I'm using some Catherine Pooler Sparkling Berry ink, and I'm just taking a shading brush and I'm going from the center of that poinsettia out into the flower petal. And I'm going to do that on all 3 of these pieces. Now, this would be such a perfect card to mass produce. You could cut out just a bunch of these things, sit there, blend them real quick. These poinsettias are super fast to make. Next, I'm going to use my precision glue press and just put a spot of glue in the center of each one of those layers. Then I'll just kind of layer them together, just offsetting each one of those flower petals. Now, guys, if you don't have a precision glue press, I highly suggest this tool. I would say that it is probably my most favorite card making tool. I just think it makes the whole gluing process a whole lot easier. And I make a lot of cards, and I would be lost without this. I have some gold glitter that has some adhesive tape on the back of it. And I've used the die cut just to cut out the center of those little poinsettias. And I'm using my tool just to put those on. Super simple. You could definitely use glue also. I really like to have a border around my cards. So I have got a piece of very dark gray. It's almost black, but it's a nice dark gray, cut to the A2 size, which is 5.5 by 4.25. And I have cut my background piece here that we've created to 5.25 by 4 inches. And I'm just going to glue that to my dark gray background. I've cut the shadow part of the sentiment from vellum. For the gold lettering, I will run the lettering through my die cut machine, but before I do that, I apply a piece of Craft Perfect double-sided adhesive sheet to the back of that cardstock. That is going to help me get those letters placed on that vellum without having the problem of the glue kind of squishing out and causing a shadow on vellum. Vellum's a very fussy little surface to work with, and this just makes the whole process 100 times easier. With my sentiment done, I'm just going to lay it on top of that card front and start trying to figure out where exactly I want to place my little poinsettias. I know that I want the largest cluster down on the left lower side and then just a single poinsettia up at the top. Now that I know exactly where I want my poinsettias, I need to fill in some of that space with leaves. And even though the die set has a leaf die in it, it just wasn't the size I was looking for. So I went ahead and used the dies that cut out the different sized poinsettia petals. And I'm just going to use those and just kind of cut them apart and figure out where they're going to fill in those voids and get those glued down. Now, I always like to have a little bit of dimension on my cards. So for this particular card, I am going to pop up that one poinsettia in the upper right-hand corner And then the lower left-hand corner, I'm going to glue the largest one down, and then I'm going to pop up the two smaller ones that are going to go on the sides of that bigger one. I'm going to be using some Scrapbook Adhesives 3D foam squares to get those to pop up. And what I like to do is put the foam square on my flower, and then I'm going to add just a little bit of liquid glue to that foam square. And that's not so much to stick it, make sure it sticks to the card, but it gives me a little bit of a barrier and some wiggle room to move that piece around until I get it exactly where I want it. I also wanted my sentiment to pop up on this, but because I'm using vellum, I have to be very careful to make sure my foam tape does not show through. So I have just used the square dots and I've trimmed it to small little strips, and I've just placed it directly behind where that glitter cardstock is. So I'll go ahead and get all those placed, and then again I'm going to use the liquid glue so it gives me a little bit of wiggle room again to get that sentiment on that card straight. Now I needed to add just a little bit more bling to this card, so I added on some little bubble embellishments, and I couldn't find the ones that I prefer to use. Kat Scrappiness has some, they're called white AB glass bubble mix, and that's what I would have preferred to have used on this card, but for the life of me I just couldn't find them. Um, I'm sure as soon as I'm done looking for them, they will just pop up somewhere. But I do like to add, again, a little bit of bling to my cards just because it's um, just a nice little detail that always makes that card extra special. As you can see, I have a few of the leaves and petals that are hanging off that side edge of my card, so I'll just go ahead and trim them off at this time. Now it's time to put this beautiful card front on a card base. I have a piece of cardstock that's cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to score it at 4.25. And then I'm just going to go ahead and use my bone folder to give that card a nice crease and create my card base. I'm going to glue that card front to my card base using liquid glue. Now you could use double-sided adhesive, and I know a lot of people prefer to do that. I have had problems with that sticking in the long run, and I kind of think it might because of the dry climate here in Colorado. So I personally prefer to use liquid glue when I'm doing this. And for a final touch, this is probably really not all that necessary, but it's something I like to do on all of my cards. So you can see that that back layer of that card base is kind of flimsy in comparison to all the paper and things we have going on the front of that card. So I like to take another piece of cardstock, same color as my card base, cut it to 5.25 by 4 inches, and glue that on the inside of the card. I think that just really is a nice finish. Now, if I were putting a sentiment on the inside of my card, which I'm not, I would go ahead and stamp that sentiment first before I glue it in my card. And that pretty much does it for this particular card. Just to recap, we have used the small poinsettia craft die along with the Believe Shadow Sentiment craft die and the Fine Lines Flowers craft die. The supplies I've used are the Craft Perfect double-sided adhesive sheet, Scrapbook Adhesives 3D foam squares, and I suggest using the white AB glass bubble mix. I'm going to go ahead and link all of those items down below. I encourage you to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to this channel. We have a ton of very, very talented design team members, and they have all kinds of fun, creative ideas for you. All right. I think that's going to do it. Until next time, bye-bye.